So we're going to start standing up. Grounding down through your feet, lifting your toes, spreading them wide, and lowering them to the ground again. And because with ADHD, we are generally in motion, we're going to start our practice with a little bit of movement, with standing up, not feeling like we have to sit still. And we're going to go through some rhythmic movement with sun salutes and standing postures. And then as we start to regulate our energy and ground, we're going to move all the way down to the ground and finish up with some grounding postures and relaxation. So you can start with a little bit of movement and keeping your eyes in a soft gaze, half closed, swinging your arms from side to side as you allow your heel to naturally come up off the floor, swiveling on the ball of your foot, and letting everything become nice and loose. Good. Just a couple more times each side. Nice. And slowing down, coming back to center. Wonderful. And now coming back again to 2 feet on the ground, arms down by your side, soft bend through the knees. Roll the shoulders down and back, and lift through the crown of your head. And if it feels helpful, you can close your eyes, otherwise keeping them half closed. Noticing the sounds around you. And then beginning to notice the feeling of your clothes resting on your skin. And noticing any sensations or areas of tension in your body. All without judgment, just simply observing, no need to change anything. Now bringing your awareness to your breath. Without changing your breath, noticing the journey of your breath in through your nose and down into your lungs, and then following its journey back out again. Then beginning to inhale for the count of 4. And exhale for the count of 4. If you find it helpful, you can take one hand to your abdomen and one hand to your chest, inhaling for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Let's do that a few more times. Let's do one more round, inhaling for 4. Exhale for 4. Now continuing with this nice drawn out breath, we'll introduce a practice of mantra meditation, and we'll do 5 rounds of Gauranga breathing. So what we'll do is we inhale, we'll silently draw the mantra Gauranga into our mind. And as we exhale, we'll say the sound Gauranga for the entire length of our exhalation. And all you need to do is rest your mind and rest your heart in this beautiful sacred sound as you're drawing it into your mind and as you're saying it out loud. And we'll create this beautiful loop in and out, cycling the mantra through the mind and out into a audible sound. So let's exhale completely. Inhale, drawing the mantra into our mind. And say the sound. Goranga. Again, inhale. Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. One last time. Inhale. Goranga. And releasing your hands down by your sides, returning to your regular breathing pattern, allowing the mantra to resonate through your mind and heart. And opening your eyes, inhaling as you raise your left arm up, reaching over to the right, softly bending through your right knee. Feeling this beautiful stretch and opening through the left side of your body. Breathing naturally as you hold. And coming back up to center, exhale. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Softly bend through the left knee as you reach up and over to the left. Breathing. And inhale. Come back to center. Interlocking your hands behind your body. Pressing your palms together and drawing your shoulder blades together. Sliding your hands down the back of your hips. Shoulders down away from your ears. Taking your gaze up slightly. And then just accentuating that stretch as it feels good. You might want to raise your arms a little for more of a stretch through the shoulders. Feeling your chest opening. And keep grounding down through your feet. Exhale. Release. And stepping to the top of your mat. Finding yourself in mountain pose again. We'll go through 2 rounds of sun salutations in a nice and slow and grounded manner. Starting with your arms by your sides. Inhaling, reaching your arms up, looking to your thumbs. Lifting through your spine. Exhaling, bending through your knees, folding forward, bringing your hands to the earth. Letting your head fold forward. Bring your chin in toward your knees, forehead to your shins. Inhaling, sliding your hands up your shins, straightening out through your legs, look forward. Nice long spine. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back into plank position. Lower your knees to the floor. Lower your chest to the floor. Sliding up into cobra or upward dog. Cobra's nice because it's got that grounding element of your hips to the floor. Bending knees to the floor, tuck the toes, press down through your palms and lift your hips, coming back into downward dog. And if you're feeling like you need a little bit of a stretch, just lifting and lowering your heels, lengthening up into your hips, long through the spine, and then settling both heels down. Take a couple of breaths here. And walking your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins, flat back, looking forward. Exhale, bend through the knees, curl forward, wrapping your arms around your legs, curling your head in. Then inhale, either rolling up one vertebra at a time, or inhale, sweeping the arms up, looking to the palms, the hands. Exhale, arms down by your side. Let's do one more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bending through the knees, folding forward, hands to the earth, curling in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor as you step back, plank position. Knees to the floor, lower your chest. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Bending knees to the floor, exhaling, tuck the toes, and come back into downward dog. Holding here for a couple of breaths. Let's take one more breath here. Pressing into your palms, lengthening down into your heels, anchoring your mind into your breath. Exhale completely as you step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend through the knees, wrap the arms around the legs, hug yourself in. And either inhale to roll up or sweeping back up to standing. And exhale, arms down by your sides. Take a breath. Okay, staying where you are. Coming into tree pose now, which is a really nice way to bring our focus inwards and really focus on the body and our breath. So shifting your weight to your left foot, engaging through your hips, bringing your right toes to the floor, and just getting that nice awareness around your center of gravity. And then we'll slowly make our way into tree, and you pause at the modification or position that feels right for you. So bringing the right sole of the foot to the left ankle, engaging through your core, engaging through your hips, and further still, sliding the sole of the foot up to the left inner thigh. If this feels too wobbly or just like you can't tackle it today, just keeping the toes to the floor. And the secret here is to ground down through that left supporting foot and press the right sole of the foot and inner thigh in toward each other, and that creates this nice fixed position. And then raising the arms up, grounding down through the feet as you reach up into the fingertips, gazing at a point in front of you to help you balance, and finding your breath. And being patient with each breath. And on our next exhalation, bring the palms together, lowering the arms, lowering the foot, hands down by your sides. Take a breath. Now shifting your weight to your right foot. Bring your left toes to the floor and setting up your foundation, so engaging through your hips, finding your center of gravity, drawing in through your navel, and then turning your knee out so that your toes are to the floor and the sole of your foot is pressing up against your right ankle. And already start grounding down through the right toes and foot, and gauging your way to progressing the pose, maybe coming into foot to the left, to the right inner thigh, left foot to the right inner thigh. Actively pressing the thigh and the sole of the foot in toward each other. And then taking your arms up overhead, shoulders down away from your ears as you reach up into your fingertips. Breathing naturally. Staying gently engaged through your core and hips. And on your next exhale, bring your palms together, lowering your arms, lowering your foot. Release your arms down by your sides and take a breath. Beautiful. Stepping your feet out wide, turning your right toes out, aligning your front heel with the middle of your back foot, and your back foot is turned in ever so slightly, but if that feels too constricted on your hip, just opening up the back foot until you feel like you're in a comfortable position. Bending through the right knee, sliding your feet out a little wider if needed, coming into warrior two. So we're going to try and stack our knee above our ankle, but feel free to align wherever feels good for you. Just trying to keep that knee tracking with your middle toes. And then floating the arms up to shoulder height, reaching out into your fingertips in opposite directions, grounding down through your feet, and simultaneously lifting up out of your waistline, shoulders stacked above your hips, and turning to gaze just beyond your right fingertips. Settling into your breath, feeling strong and grounded, and calm and peaceful. One more breath here. Good. Now bring your palms together in prayer position. Straighten out through the right leg. Swivel the right toes in and the left toes out. Bending through the left knee, stacking your knee relatively above your ankle. Checking the alignment of your heel to the middle of your back foot. And extend your arms out at shoulder height. Turning to gaze just beyond your left fingertips. Feeling strong lines of energy as you ground down into your feet, reach out into your fingertips, and lift up through your spine all the way into the crown of your head. Finding a steady breath as you hold. One more breath here. Now begin to straighten out through the left leg, bringing the palms together in prayer position, turning the toes in. We'll heel toe our feet back together. Bringing your feet so that they're aligned under your hips. Lower your arms by your sides. Starting by taking your hands to your hips, knees bent, and folding forward, laying your belly over your thighs. And then release your hands to the floor, backs of the hands resting on the floor, and your head hangs heavy. Rocking a little from side to side in a nice nurturing ragdoll, soft, relaxed pendulum swing. Keep breathing. Coming back to center. And up to you, if you want to stay in this nice, relaxed, restorative position, stay here. Or straightening out through your legs. And just a short, simple realignment, scooping in through your belly, folding forward, and actively holding your ankles or first two fingers around your big toes, finding yourself in a standing forward fold. Shoulders down away from your ears. Relaxing into your breath. And really signaling and communicating with your body to relax and let go. Finding that balance between effort and ease of drawing yourself into the deep fold, but also simultaneously relaxing as much as you can. Just a couple more breaths here. And release. Bend through the knees, take your hands to your hips, and press yourself all the way up to standing. Release your arms by your sides, closing your eyes, allowing everything to balance out, and breathing naturally. All right, making our way down to the floor. Taking your legs out wide. Sitting up nice and tall with a long spine, walking your hands forward, folding forward through the hips. Placing your hands to the floor or on top of blocks or a bolster, propping yourself up when you come into a comfortable stretch with the hips and groin. You might be able to fold a little deeper, totally up to you. And slowing down the breath. With a little less physical coordination to focus on in this seated posture, you can really start dropping into more awareness of your breath, focusing more of your attention on your inhalation and exhalation. Maybe noticing the spaces between the end of the inhalation and the end of the exhalation. We'll stay here for just a few more breaths. Making any adjustments to your body as needed as your body begins to relax. Your mind relaxes. One more breath. Slowly press yourself up. Good. And take your hands under your knees and gather your legs back together, wrapping your arms around your legs, giving yourself a little hug. And then come down onto your back. Okay, so we're going to go through a little bit of a sequence here, and you can choose your own adventure as far as how you would like to progress. So we're going to go from bridge pose, which is to lift the knees up. Then we're going to be taking our legs and feet over our head. Doesn't matter if your feet don't come all the way to the floor. Your legs can just hover in the air. If you're familiar with shoulder stand and you feel like, yes, that would be the medicine for me today, you can go from plow into shoulder stand. The reason why I'm telling you this now too is that when we come into these postures, your neck is going to be in a bit of a vulnerable position. So I don't want you to turn and look at me instructing. So we're going to be going bridge pose and then kicking the legs over into plow or shoulder stand. Okay. Feet to the floor, hip distance apart, walking your heels nice and close in toward your hips. With your arms down alongside your body and your palms down, begin to tuck the tailbone, pressing down into your feet and hands, and start lifting your spine up off the floor one vertebra at a time. Lifting the hips, making an angle of your body, then exhale, lowering the spine one vertebra at a time. And let's do that a few more times, just lifting and lowering with awareness. Inhaling up, exhaling down. We'll do it one more time, lifting up, inhale. Exhaling to lower down. Okay, this time inhale, lifting all the way up. Lifting your hips and then taking your hands together, interlocking your hands underneath your body. Pressing your shoulder blades together and coming up onto the tops of your shoulders and your upper arms. So you've got a little bit of lift through the chest. And now begin pressing down into your feet and forearms as you lift through your hips. Lifting through your sternum, coming into bridge. You may feel your chest moving toward your chin, giving a nice contraction through the thyroid area. And breathing as you hold. Again, just reminding us to be patient with every breath. There's no need to rush. Just paying attention to the rhythm of your inhalation and exhalation. Okay, from here we're going to transition into plow. You can either unravel your arms and lower back down to the floor, and then just with a bit of momentum kick your legs over your head, or take your hands, take your palms to your lower back, already starting to give yourself that support. And with the weight of your lower body in your hands, kick your legs up and over, And then just gradually making your way into plow pose, taking your arms behind your body, palms down. And legs start to float over, toes might float toward the floor, maybe they touch. And this is a really nice pose to ground and close your eyes and go a little internal, withdrawing your senses from the external world. You can bend your knees as well and even draw your knees down and around your ears. It's a really nice posture for withdrawing the senses. And if you feel up to it, or you'd like to, feel free to float your legs up into shoulder stand, just making sure you've got your hands to your lower back to support. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Okay, now taking your time to make your way out of the pose, we're going to take our hands to our lower back and carefully lower our spine to the floor, one vertebra at a time. And legs stay up in the air for a moment, and then we're going to carefully, navel drawing in, float the legs back down to the floor. Turn your palms up and let your feet fall out to the sides. Relax completely. It's such a beautiful restorative posture, but also very invigorating. Once you release out of the pose, you get this beautiful rush of blood circulation, of pranic circulation through the head and upper body. Now drawing your navel in, hug your knees into your chest, bringing our head up towards our knees. And lower your head and shoulders to the floor, keeping your knees up. We're just going to take our arms out to the side, gently rocking our knees from side to side for a gentle twist, our final pose before we find ourselves in Shavasana. So you can start with some small rocks, and if that feels just beautiful and nurturing and grounding, that nice gentle tick-tock sensation and massage through the sacrum, you can stay there. Or if you want to go into more of a twist, taking your knees over to one side, holding there for a few breaths. Raising the knees back up and over to the other side. And knees back to center, giving them one last little hug in. And extend your legs out and make yourself comfortable for Shavasana. Because we have a short practice today, it won't be too long and luxurious, but feel free to make yourself comfortable with a bolster under your knees, a cushion under your head, an eye bag or something over your face. So with your feet falling out to the sides and your palms turned up to switch off that sensation of touch. Gently tuck your chin and close your eyes or have them half closed. Feeling completely at ease and supported by the earth beneath you. And begin to relax into your feet. Relax your lower legs, your knees and your thighs. Relax your hips. Soften into your belly. And soften into your chest. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your wrists and hands. Moving your awareness to your lower back. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. Your head is heavy and your face is soft. Your entire body is heavy, grounded, and relaxed. Your mind is calm. You feel at peace. And taking a moment here to reflect on the yogic wisdom, Aham Brahmasmi. I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am spirit soul, an eternal spark of the Supreme Soul. Anytime we feel overwhelmed by the mind or body, just taking a moment to breathe and come back to this ancient wisdom, this timeless principle. I have a body and I have a mind, but they are not me. I am the self. I direct my body and I direct my thoughts. Aham Brahmasmi. And just wiggling through the fingers. Taking one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart center. And we'll take another 5 rounds of Gauranga breathing. And just focusing your mind on this beautiful sacred sound. Let's exhale completely and inhale. And say the sound. Gauranga. Inhale. Gauranga. 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 One last time. Gauranga. And taking some time here to notice how your mind and body feel after your practice. And reflecting on how accessible these practices are. We may not always have time to move, but we have time to breathe. We have capacity to focus our mind on this simple mantra, Gauranga. All these beautiful ways to bring ourselves back into awareness, back into a regulated state, and a reminder that we are the self, the spiritual being. Now beginning to rock your head from side to side. And stretching out into your limbs, making some circles with your wrists and feet. And rolling yourself over onto your left side. and pressing yourself up to sit. And we'll close off our practice by bringing our palms together in prayer position, bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other, and bowing our heads once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste. Thank you, guys.